What's going on, guys? Me, Rick, is back with another Pantheon Rise of the Fallen class video. And today we're taking a look at the Dire Lord. When I first heard that name, I was like, oh my goodness, I want to play this. As far as I know, there was no class like a Dire Lord in EverQuest. I think there was something similar like the Shadow Knight or something. I really don't want to piss off any EverQuest fans, but I have not played that game. I checked out the classes a bit, but I'm pretty sure there was no Dire Lord there. And for all WoW players, you probably never even heard of that name or to anything similar. Maybe you could say like a Death Knight, but I think that is still very, very far off here. Today we're taking a look at the Dire Lord and we check out his abilities. We see what races you can play and all that kind of good stuff. So let's get right into it. Dire Lord, you can see a picture here. If you want to play a Dire Lord, you can play a Dark Mirror. The water beings, those kind of blue kind of looking guys. On the bottom left, you see a picture in the video of the Dark Mirror. You can be a human to be a Dire Lord. You can be an ogre, like on the picture here, or a Scar like those kind of like thin, kind of monstery, like undead kind of looking beings with the bones inside their showing in their face, right? Super cool there. So you have like 4 races you can pick if you want to make a Dire Lord. You have a bit of a story here. If you guys want to go on Pantheon-MMO.com, you can take a look at the story here. I'm not going to read this out now, but the very nice little story part here. If you go down here, group role is a tank. A Dire Lord is a tank class in Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. I myself always play DPS, but man, seeing a Dire Lord makes me kind of want to play one. I have no idea how tanking is going to work on this one, but he has his own combat resource called Essence, which as far as I know, I think only the Dire Lord has. I'm going to see this in the future. Maybe if we check out the warrior and stuff, we see what combat resource he is using. But Dire Lord is using the combat resource Essence, which is like pretty much a red bar in game. That's kind of what it is currently in the pre-alpha. Not sure if they change it, but it's called the Essence. Available armor: cloth, light and heavy leather, light and heavy chain. So as we can see, he is not able to wear plate. Very interesting. So he's maybe a bit more mobile than maybe another class, because we know there's plate in this game, but the maximum armor he can wear is heavy chain. Still very heavy, but you know, not the heaviest stuff you can wear. So that's pretty cool. Available weapons: sword, great sword, edged, great blade, axe, and great axe. So really cool weapons here. Yeah, seems pretty cool to me. We can see him wielding here some very unique looking weapons, maybe some bone kind of weapons. Looks super cool. If you go down to the featured abilities, remember those are not all abilities that are in Pantheon. If you've seen a dev stream before, you saw that like a class is like 5, 6, 7 pages of abilities. Let's just put some of them out here. Maybe those that they are most sure of, maybe those who seem the most interesting, just to give you guys something that you guys can see and kind of talk about and all that kind of stuff. So let's go into the featured abilities of a Dire Lord. Provoking Phantoms. Afflict an enemy's mind with relentless apparitions. The longer you focus your attacks on this target, the deeper their hate towards you will become. So pretty cool, because as far as I know, hate is pretty much the aggro kind of stat in this game, right? If you build up a lot of hate, that means that the target is pretty much going to hate you more, therefore hit you more, right? So therefore you have like all the aggro on the target. The longer the Dire Lord is hitting him, the more the enemy is hating him. So that makes perfect sense here. So you want to pretty much make sure you stay on the same target for a long time, and therefore the enemy mob probably never going away from you. That's pretty cool, especially as a tank, right? Harm Shield. Infuse your blood with caustic properties, dealing damage to all enemies that strike you in combat. Pretty cool. So, oh man, this is going to be funny in PvP. So it looks like if you hit the Dire Lord while he has this on, you take damage yourself. Ouch. I kind of want to see how much damage that is, how much you hit yourself with this. So pretty cool ability. So you pretty much want people to hit you as well. That is super useful. Essence Thief. Manifest at the location of nearby enemy, generating essence. Okay, so this is something he can put down. Manifest at the location of a nearby enemy. Okay, it needs to be close to a nearby enemy, and then your essence is going to regenerate pretty much the resource you need to kind of use your abilities and do all kind of stuff with the Dire Lord. So pretty cool. Leaden Blood. Corrupt the blood of an enemy, slowing their movement speed over time until they are rooted to the ground. Ooh, okay, very nice. So I put this on an enemy, and after a while he is rooted and can't move anymore. Interesting. You can probably do a lot of cool stuff with this as well. Maybe CC a target with this, right? You're hitting like 2 targets. You put this on one of them while you walk back with the other target, and the other guy gets rooted. Very interesting stuff you can probably do here. Deafening Whisper. Interrupt an enemy spellcasting and silence them for a short time. Oh, sweet. So he has his interrupt right here, and especially against like mages or like casters and wizards, he also silences them for a small amount of time, making sure they can't cast anything anymore. So super, super strong here. Blood State Essence Leech. Alter your blood state, increasing your physical critical chance by 10%. While in this state, your critical hits will heal you for 10% of the damage dealt. Very, very nice here. You do more crit, you also get healed. That is very cool. So you have kind of a bit of a self-heal going on here. Very, very nice. I'm kind of wondering if the warrior has probably nothing there, so the warrior is like more dependent on the support. Super interesting that he has like some kind of self-heal going on. I think that is super cool. It makes him maybe like a bit of a really good, I wouldn't say solo tank, because hey, this is a group-oriented game, right? But maybe if anyone could take on like a mob really well, it would maybe be the Dire Lord. Thresh. Viciously strike an enemy, dealing physical damage and causing them to bleed for a short time. Okay, so we have some physical ability here, making them bleed. Damage over time. Okay. Dark Revenge. After being critically hit, your next Thresh will heal you for a percentage of the direct damage it deals. Oh boy, so we have the next heal coming here for the Dire Lord, where he can heal himself with. Very interesting. So your next Thresh will heal you for a percentage of the direct damage it deals. So whenever an enemy mob or someone is hitting you critically, you can use Thresh and heal yourself with it as well. Oh man, if you maybe want to try and do some stuff solo in this game, I'm seeing some good stuff here for the Dire Lord. Not gonna lie, seems very interesting. Dire Mark. Mark a member of your group or raid. While Dire Mark lasts, a percentage of the damage the marked ally receives will be redirected to you. Wait, what? Mark a member of your group or raid. While Dire Mark lasts, a percentage... Oh, nice. So he can pretty much protect one of your group members, right? If you have like some maybe a DPS who's doing a lot of damage, maybe the guy who's like second in the hate list, the guy who maybe gets attacked after you as a Dire Lord will be attacking, will get attacked. You can pretty much throw this on your group member, and the damage that target receives goes and kind of splits up onto you. So therefore, your other group member is not taking as much damage. Very, very cool. Super interesting as well. Baleful Severing. Sever an enemy's will, putting them in a helpless state. While helpless, attacks against this enemy will not miss and cannot be dodged, parried, or blocked, counterattacked, or resisted. Ooh, this is, okay. That seems very, very strong. Sever an enemy's will, putting them in a helpless state. That is, very good. So the enemy cannot do anything pretty much and probably gets hit by everything. I'm not sure if he only gets... If this only applies to, like, only the Dire Lord, but I think this is, like, for the whole group. So this enemy is probably really helpless and gets hit pretty hard. Ouch. Well, nice, dude. So far, what I'm reading here about the Dire Lord, I'm seeing a really good class here. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, probably all classes are good, but this is, seems like a strong, like a really good tank. Canopy of Blood. Sacrifice 25% of your total health to create a shield that absorbs a percentage of your total health in spell damage, while also making you immune to all magical effects. Oh boy, so if there's a lot of magic going on, this is a very powerful spell, and it makes you immune to all magical effects. I mean, what do you want me to say? So it looks like that the Dire Lord is also very good against, like, you know, magical targets that have a lot to do with magic. Maybe the warrior will be a bit more having a bit more of a harder time there, or like the tank, the other tank. I have to check out what other tanks exist, right? But this seems very, very good. And looks like the Dire Lord is not afraid of taking on mages. Very interesting, very strong. So immune to all magical effects. Well, okay, you can't slow him, you can't stop him, you can't freeze him. Oi, this is very good. Nightmare Blood. Alter your blood state, applying 10% of all damage you deal as bonus hate. So another very aggro building ability here, where you can make sure that the enemies are attacking you and focusing on you and not on other team members. Because keep in mind, this is Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. This is a game where if you lose aggro as a tank and someone else gets hit, it can maybe escalate very quickly, right? This is not like a WoW or like a current WoW where it doesn't matter who tanks. It's pretty much a joke, right? Except like in really high raids or dungeons. So keep in mind, this is really, really important stuff here to keep your aggro up on the target. Splatter. Spread a detrimental effect on an enemy to 4 additional enemies within a short distance. Wait, spread a detrimental effect on an enemy to 4 additional enemies within a short distance. Okay, so... But this only applies to Dire Lord abilities though, right? Or can you like, if your rogue in your group has like a dot on him, I'm not sure if he could make this splatter as well, right? But I assume this is only for the Dire Lord's attacks. Maybe if you have like if you use Thresh, right, and then you use Splatter, so I would assume that the bleeding is going over to 4 additional enemies. Oh boy. Well, let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think about all that stuff? Maybe some of you guys who played EverQuest know a lot more about those kind of abilities because they have been in there. To me, this looks very Death Knight-y. If you look at WoW, right? There's a lot of like doing stuff with your blood state and all that stuff. But looks very, very interesting to me, man. I mean, so far, I have done a video on the Cleric and the Dire Lord, and I would definitely be playing a Dire Lord. This class seems strong. Like, he's not scared of anyone. This class seems really good, and I'm super excited for this one. Let me know in the comments down below what race you would make your Dire Lord. If you pick a Dire Lord, are you going to go for the Darkmere, the Humans, the Ogre, or the Scar? I'm not sure here what I would pick. I think the Scar seem really interesting, but also, you know, doing a nice, juicy human here, the standard kind of thing. Really hard to tell, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and it should be fun. This class seems really, really strong. Let me just put it that way. So, yeah. Guys, if you want to check me out, I'm streaming up here pretty much every single day. Streaming Guild Wars 2 currently because I'm looking for an MMORPG I can play until, like, Pantheon comes out or maybe other MMORPGs I want to try out. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for the support. Let me know in the comments down below. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.